The Kansas City T-Bones proudly present T-Bones Baseball on the Air. Members of the American Association of Independent Professional Baseball Clubs and home of fun well done. The T-Bones Broadcast Network is brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Now let's head out to the ballpark for the starting lineups and the first pitch with the voice of the T-Bones, Nathan Moore.
Welcome, T-Bones fans, to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore as we get set to end this series here in Laredo, Texas. This four-game series concludes tonight with Danny Moskowitz on the mound for the Lemurs. Before we dive into that, elsewhere in the American Association, Gary South Shore and Fargo and Moorhead played earlier today at 12:30. Sioux City is at Winnipeg, Joplin at Wichita, Sioux Falls at St. Paul. Jimmy Moskowitz is the starter today for Laredo. He's probably the smartest player in the American Association. He graduated from Harvard University. He also spent the previous 2 seasons in the Can-Am Association with Quebec and New Jersey. During his time in Quebec and New Jersey, most recently in New Jersey, he had a record of 5-6 in Canada. Last season in New Jersey, he went 3-4 with an ERA of 4.55 and 55 in a third innings pitch. He struck out 36 while walking 32. Starting lineup for the T-Bones today is Tyson Gillies leading it off, followed by Brett Wiley, Jake Blackwood, Anthony Gallus, Tyler Massey, Starlin Rodriguez, Vladimir Frias, Tyler Moore, and Sergio Leon. Tyson Gillies steps in to get things started for the T-Bones. Gillies comes into today's matchup, batting 176 and 17 at bats. He also has 3 runs scored. First pitch to Gillies finds the zone. First pitch strike for Moskowitz. Gillies is currently riding a 2-game hitting streak, going 1 for 5 with a run scored in the first game of this series and 1 for 3 last night. He'll take the next pitch and send it out to center field where Drew Martinez will bring it in on the hop, and Gillies is on with a leadoff single. So T-Bones take care of the first hit early and jump on Moskowitz. Speaking of hitting, Brett Wiley steps into the box now. Brett Wiley has been the hottest hitter in the American Association for the past week. Yesterday, he went 1 for 4, continuing his 3-game hitting streak. First game of the series, he went 3 for 4. Next game, 2 for 5. And yesterday, going 1 for 4. Wiley comes in with an average of .333 with 4 home runs and 26 RBIs. First pitch to Wiley has a fastball right down the middle for the first strike. Moskowitz checks on Gillies at first, and he's back standing. Left-handed batting Wiley sees the next pitch, and it's low in the zone and away, but called strike. Today's umpires are behind the dish is Gilbert Saenz, who is from Laredo. First base umpire, Jerry Martinez. Third base, Marty Bauer. We'll see Marty Bauer and Jerry Martinez head to Joplin with the T-Bones for the next series. Gilbert Saenz is just a local guy filling in. Wiley takes the next pitch and lines it out to right field. Phipps retreating still, but he'll bring it in, and Gillies will have to return to first. That's the first time in this series that Brett Wiley has not picked up a hit in his first at-bat. Hopefully that's not a sign that Laredo has figured him out. Jake Blackwood steps in now for Kansas City. Blackwood has gone a combined 2 for 11 on this road trip so far. Picking up a hit yesterday, going 1 for 3 in that T-Bones shutout as Laredo defeated the T-Bones 3-0. The T-Bones will not win this series as they came in winning 5 straight, but they will not get swept at the very least as they picked up a 10-inning win the other day First pitch to Blackwood, and he sends it out to left field, where Ty Morrison will squeeze it for the second out. That opens the door for Anthony Gallus, who is a combined 1 for 8 on this road trip, picking up his lone hit in the first game of the series, where he went 1 for 4. Yesterday, Gallus went 0 for 4. On the season, Gallus is batting .206 with a team leading 9 home runs and 21 RBIs while scoring 31 himself. T-Bones wearing their black tops, gray pants with the oxblood coloring. As Moskowitz checks on Gillies, he dives back and he's safe. Laredo's wearing their all white with the black hat and the gold brim. Moskowitz checks on Gillies. It's closer this time, but he's back safely. Not as windy here in Laredo, but it's still blowing in directly from right field in spurts. First pitch to Gallus is a fastball that finds the outer half for a first pitch strike. First pitch strikes have been the name of the game for Laredo in this early game. Gillies is checked on again, but he dives back safely. On the season, Anthony Gallus is batting .218 with runners on base with 3 home runs and 15 RBIs. Moskowitz comes set. The 0-1 to Gallus is popped straight in the air. Pandaposo looking for it. Still trying to find it. J.D. Pulver finds it and waves him off for the routine P4. Kansas City gets 1 hit. They leave that runner on base as we're still scoreless through half an inning here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce costs and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. The starting lineup for the Laredo Lemurs. Leandro Castro leads things off, followed by Cesar Valera, Ty Morrison, Dennis Phipps, Zane Chavez, J.D. Pulver, Drew Martinez, Jesus Pozo, and Alvaro Rondon. Around the diamond, the T-Bones look like this. Sergio Leone getting the start at third, Vladimir Frias at short, Brett Wiley at second, Jake Blackwood at first. Outfield left to right is Gillies, Massey, and Rodriguez, and Tyler Moore will do the catching for Jordan Cooper. In Cooper's last start at Sioux Falls on July 5th, the T-Bones win 9-7. He went 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, 2 earned, 5 hits, while walking 2 and striking out 4. Last time we were here in Laredo, he picked up the lone victory in that series in that 2-1 win. And he pitched a fantastic game, going 8 innings, giving up a run that was unearned, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. First pitch, Castro finds his own first pitch strike from Cooper. Jordan Cooper, of course, comes over from the Cleveland Indians organization. He's a native of Topeka, Kansas, as he fools Castro and gets him swinging at one in the dirt. He was drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 9th round of the 2010 draft out of Wichita State University. The former Shocker spent last season with the AAA and AA affiliates for the Indians as he sends Castro down swinging for the first out. Last season with the AA and AAA affiliates, Akron and Columbus for the Indians, Cooper went 4-6 with an ERA of 4.34 and 105 and 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 51 while walking 46. Cesar Valera comes in to the box now for Laredo. On the season, Valera is batting .297 with 4 home runs and 23 RBIs. Yesterday, Valera went 3 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI, as well as a solo home run. First pitch to Valera finds the zone. First pitch strike is in there yet again. In this series, Valera has gone 4 for 9 with 2 runs scored, a home run, and 2 RBIs. Next pitch is outside. The count's now even at 1. Earlier this season, Jordan Cooper pitched for Akron and Columbus as well. So the next pitch finds the outer half, and Cooper's ahead 1-2. While he was with Columbus, the AAA affiliate, he went 1-0 with an ERA of 3.0 and 3 innings pitched, which was 3 relief appearances, as Valera goes low for it and slaps it out to right field, and he's on with a 1-out single. In his 3 relief appearances, he struck out 2 while walking 1. Ty Morrison comes in now, the former 4th-round draft pick by the Tampa Bay Rays. On the season, Morrison is batting .300 with 2 home runs and 24 RBIs in 200 at-bats. During this series, he's gone 2 for 9 with the runs scored. First pitch to Morrison is low, 1-0. Sergio Leon sneaking up on the grass at the hot corner. So he expects Morrison to lay something down here. Cooper checks on Valera at first. He's back safely. Cooper checking on Valera, rightfully so. Valera picked up 2 stolen bases yesterday, giving him 3 on the season. Granted, he's also been caught 3 times. Morrison rolls that over and fouls it off down the first baseline, and now the count is even at 1. Last season for Laredo, Morrison batted .366 and 227 at-bats. Did not have a home run, but he did supply 10 RBIs while scoring 42 runs. Infield playing at double play depth. Leon creeping up on the grass with Frias and Wiley close to the bag at medium depth. Valera runs. Morrison sends it out to shallow center. Massey will play it on the hop. Valera takes an aggressive turn. Massey gets it into third, and Valera retreats to second. Back-to-back singles now from the 2 and 3 hitters for Laredo, opening the door for Dennis Phipps, the ever-so-dangerous presence in the box. Phipps started his minor league career in 2006 as an undrafted free agent with the Cincinnati Reds. He spent most of his time in the Reds organization playing at the AAA level and batted .252 with 30 home runs and 124 RBIs in 289 games. He also saw time in the major leagues in 2012 with the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch to Phipps finds the bottom half, first pitch strike yet again. On the season, he's batting .263 with 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. Last night, Phipps went 1 for 4. As he's on a 3-game hitting streak. I just double-checked myself, and Dennis Phipps is actually on a 8-game hitting streak. Big hack at a high fastball comes up empty, and now Phipps is behind 1-2. Low to Phipps. The count is now even at 2. In this series, Phipps is gone. 2 for 13 as he grounds to Leon. Leon to Wiley. Wiley to Blackwood for the 5-4-3 double play. As Laredo gets 2 on 2 hits, they leave 1 on after that double play by Dennis Phipps. And we're still scoreless through 1 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. Top of the second, we'll see the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the T-Bones. Massey, Rodriguez, and Frias. On the season, Tyler Massey is batting .290 with 5 home runs and 21 RBIs while scoring 31 runs. So far this series, Massey has gone 5 for 12. Massey shows bunt on the first pitch, pulls it back, but it's in there anyways. Massey's best performance came on the 12th, 2 days ago, when he went 3 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. The 0-1 is sent back up the middle, and Tyler Massey is on to the leadoff single to get things started here in the second. The second leadoff single the T-Bones have seen after Tyson Gillies led off the first with a single as well. That opens the door for Starlin Rodriguez, who finds himself back in the lineup. He started the very first game in the series going 1 for 4 with a run scored. Then he came in pitch hit duty on the 12th, going hitless in that. On the season, Rodriguez is batting .255 with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. We've seen him all over the lineup, leading off a large amount of the season. Tyson Gillies doing a fine job up there now. First pitch, Massey runs inside on Rodriguez. It's a ball, and Massey slides in safely, picking up the stolen base. That is Massey's 11th stolen base of the year, taking sole possession of first place on the team now. That was a called strike on Rodriguez. Rodriguez lays down a perfect bunt down the third baseline. Valera charging it. And he'll throw Rodriguez out barehanded. Massey does advance to third as Rodriguez does his job. Vladimir Frias steps into the box now. So far this season, Frias has been struggling at the plate with an average of .206 with 2 home runs and 17 RBIs. He has also scored 28 runs. He's got a combined 1 for 11 on this road trip. Picking up his lone hit yesterday, going 1 for 3. First pitch to Frias is low. Frias checks a swing. They check down on the umpire. He says he doesn't go. Or they say he does go. That's not right. First pitch strike. Call it as it is, I guess. Infield playing in with 1 down. Frias gets anything to the outfield. That'll score the speedy Massey. The 0-1. Frias lines it foul down the third baseline. O2 count now to Frias. Infield still playing in, obviously. Moskovitz steps off to get the veteran Frias on his heels. The 0-2 is in the dirt, blocked by Chavez, or else that would have scored a run. The count is now 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 to Frias. Frias lines it out to left field. That'll drop fair. Massey will score easily. Frias rounding first. And he'll be in there standing with an RBI double, putting the T-Bones ahead early. 1-0 with 1 out here in the second. Frias has been struggling recently on the plate. Hopefully that RBI double can kickstart things for him, as he's a vital part of this Kansas City team. Tyler Moore steps in now for the T-Bones. This will be his first action on this road trip. And on the season, Moore is batting .238 with 3 runs scored. First pitch to Moore is a fastball. That's outside. 1-0. Seen every catcher for Kansas City in this series now. Brian Erie started the first two. Steve Swingle started the last night. Now Tyler Moore. 2-0 count now to Moore. Tyler Moore's last action came on July 5th at Sioux Falls when he went 2 for 5 with the runs scored. Moore played his college ball at Kansas State University in Manhattan. The 2-0 is outside but called strike, 2-1. The 2-1 finds the zone, and now the count is even at 2. Moore has had 10 opportunities with runners on scoring position this season and has batted it cool .300 as the next pitch is outside and now the count's full. During Tyler Moore's senior season at Kansas State, he was a candidate for the Johnny Bench Award, which goes to the top catcher in college baseball. The payoff pitch, Moore rolls it over and sends it out to Rondon at short, and Rondon will make it look easy on the 6-3 putout for the second out. Sergio Leone steps into the box now for Kansas City. Leone has started every game this series and has gone 1 for 11. Laredo pitching coach Ben Moore will come out and talk to Moskovitz, and I'm going to take the break with him. Stay tuned to the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. After that mound visit, Moskovitz will face Sergio Leone. Leone is back with the T-Bones after spending some time with the Joplin Blasters. Leone will take the first pitch and bloop it out to center field. Frias getting waved home. Strong throw from Martinez. Hops to the plate, and Frias is in there safely as Sergio Leone picks up his first RBI of the season with the Kansas City T-Bones, extending the lead 2-0 now. It'll be the top of the order now for Kansas hitter Tyson Gillies. Gillies is 1 for 1 in this game with a single to lead off the game in the first. Shane Chavez will come out and talk to his pitcher. This is a major part of this game. Kansas City jumping on him early. Home plate umpire Gilbert Signs, will head out there and try to expedite the process. That hit in the first inning finally raised Gillies' batting average over 200. as he's now batting .222 on the season. First pitch to Gillies is in the dirt, 1-0. Chavez popped out of his stance, so I'm sure they're thinking that Sergio Leon could be a threat to run. Leon is still searching for his first stolen base on the season. Next pitch is inside. Chavez does it again. Counts now 2-0. They are sure worried about Sergio Leon taking off here. Leon is still searching for his first career home run. Gillies sends that past the diving Poso at first. Leon around second. And Tyson Gillies has picked up his second single of the game and puts runners on the corner with 2 down for the dangerous Brett Wiley. And now Pete Incaviglia will head out to the mound. And it looks like Moskowitz is getting the hook here. We'll be right back with the new pitcher. Stay tuned to the T-Bones Broadcast Network as we figure out what's going on here.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. The day is officially done for Danny Moskowitz. It'll be Matt Bywater that sees the mound now for Laredo. Bywater was drafted in the 7th round of the 2010 draft out of Pepperdine University. The native of the lefty from Thousand Oaks, California, spent this season also with Sioux Falls and Somerset of the Atlantic League. This will be his first appearance with Laredo. The first batter he'll face is Brett Wiley. First pitch to Wiley's a strike, 0-1. Next pitch is fouled off by Wiley, 0-2. During Bywater's time at Sioux Falls, he made 4 starts, went 0-2 with a 7.64 ERA and 17 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 17 while walking 21, so he struggled for the most part this season. Granted, all of his appearances had been starts before this. Things can turn around coming out of the bullpen. Wiley fouls the next pitch off just barely down the first baseline, and the runners on the corners will have to return with 2 down. Wiley's 0 for 1 today after flying out to right field to get things started. The 0-2 to Wiley is just outside, and he stays alive. The count now 1-2. A 1-2 to Wiley is way low. Chavez tries to bring it up. The count's now 1-2. This will be the first time that Bywater has thrown against Kansas City this season. Next pitch rings Wiley up looking, and that'll strand 2 runners on the corners. Not before the T-Bones score 2 runs on 3 hits as we lead 2-0 after 1.5 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Danny Moskowitz has officially left the building. So he grabbed his coat and walked out of here as he's disgusted with either his performance, the team, or all of the above. But now Jordan Cooper takes the mound after getting some run support from the T-Bones. Run support is not something the T-Bones could give Jared Messer yesterday. So he picked up the loss, making his record 3-1. He still pitched to Jim, going 6 1/3, surrendering 7 hits, 3 runs, and striking out 3 while walking 2. Chavez takes the first pitch and flies it out to Gillies for the very quick first out. That'll open the door for J.D. Pulver. Pulver went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs yesterday as he continues his tear through the T-Bones in this series. In this series, Pulver is a combined 4 for 13 with 2 runs scored. He also hit a home run on the 12th, a 3-run home run that tied that game. First pitch from Cooper is a first pitch strike. Jordan Cooper started every batter this game, I should say, with a first pitch strike. The 0-1 to Pulford. Cooper works quickly. Finds the outer half. Signs says it's a strike, and I say it is as well. 0-2. This season, J.D. Pulford is batting .244 with 4 home runs and 28 RBIs. Here comes the 0-2 from Cooper. Pulford sends it right to Wiley on a soft ground ball. Pulford jogs down the line, and Wiley fires it over there for the very quick second out. Drew Martinez steps in now for Laredo. Yesterday, Martinez led off and went 0 for 4, as we've seen him all over the place, as he batted 9th in the first game, then 8th the second game. Led off yesterday, and today he's batting 7th. First pitch is low, 1-0. Martinez is a combined 3 for 12 against Kansas City on this series. His biggest day coming on the 12th when he went 2 for 5. Martinez fouls the next pitch off, and the count is now even at 1. From the span of July 6th to July 9th, Drew Martinez had 4 straight multi-hit games, going 2 for 5. In the series finale against Wichita, in the whole 3-game series against Texas, he went 2 for 5. As the next pitch is blooped to right field, Rodriguez gets to it quickly, and Martinez is limited to a single. Jesus Pozo steps in now for Laredo. Pozo, regularly a catcher, has made the start at first base the past 2 games. Pozo signed with the Philadelphia Phillies in 2013 and has spent the past 2 seasons in that organization. During his time, Pozo made stops in Clearwater and Williamsport and had a .229 career average in that organization. So far this season, he's batting .250 with 5 home runs and 26 RBIs in 112 at-bats. First pitch to Pozo is just outside, 1-0. Last night, Pozo, getting a start at first base, went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Cooper checks on Martinez at first, and rightfully so, as Drew Martinez is always a threat to run with the team leading 12 stolen bases on the season. Two down. Jesus Pozo just trying to advance Martinez as Cooper checks on him again, and he's back safely. The 1-0 just misses outside, I guess. 2-0. Tyler Moore shaking his head at Cooper, saying, yeah, that was in there, but it just wasn't called. Pozo gets a hold of the next pitch, but lines it foul into the T-Bones dugout. It appears that it hit somebody down there. Going from the reaction of everybody, Pozo's still staring into the dugout. I'm above the dugout, so I can't. Cooper staring into the dugout. So I'm not truly sure who got hit, but somebody definitely did. Pozo's still staring in there. Tyler Moore goes out to Cooper as somebody is most definitely down. John Mazzarelli yelling at his pitcher and catcher duo to say, let's do this. Get a thumbs up from Evan DeLuca. Hopefully everybody is fine down there. Pete Inconvelia coming out and trying to show his respect for the T-Bones with the trainer by his side. They'll both return to the dugout, and we'll get back to baseball. That ball was absolutely lined into the dugout and just found the right angle to get in there and hit someone. Poso steps out as that surely rattled him. He looks back into the T-Bones dugout again and then steps back in. Cooper checks on the runner at first. A 2-1 is low and make the count 3-1 now to Poso. As Jesus Poso has something to work with here with one strike. Runner goes, pitch low to Moore, scoops it out, and Poso will walk, putting 2 runners on with 2 down. Alvaro Rondon steps into the box now for the Lemurs. Rondon has got to start at shortstop every game in this series. He went 0 for 3 yesterday. So far this season, he's batting .266 with 1 home run and 25 RBIs, while scoring 23 himself. He's 2 for 9 in this series. First pitch brings Moore out of his stance. It's high, 1-0. Rondon also picked up the lone RBI in the first game of this series that gave the walk-off victory to the Lemurs. So he had a sacrifice fly out to center field. The next pitch is high, just a little lower, and the count's now 2-0. Tyler Moore will go out and talk to Cooper. Be 2-0 now to Rondon as we resume play. Fastball right down the middle. Whatever Moore said works. It's now 2-1. Two and 1 is fouled back by Rondon, and now the count is even at 2. Two is low, and now the count is full. On deck for Laredo is the top of the order, Leandro Castro. Runners go, and Rondon fouls it off. He'll stay alive with the count full. This season, Rondon is batting .280 with runners in scoring position and 2 down, and 25 at-bats with 5 RBIs. Kansas City gave Jordan Cooper the 2-0 lead going into this inning. They can't waste it. Runners go again. Rondon gets under it, sends it out to left field, but tails foul and out of play. And we'll stay here full. Here comes the payoff pitch. Rondon gets under it and fouls it straight back and out of play. So we get set for the 9th pitch of this at-bat. Cooper comes out and steps off to get the runners back. They'll be going anyways. Runners go. Rondon fouls it off. We'll see 10 pitches in this at-bat, maybe more. Because Rondon is in defensive sets. Payoff pitch once again. Finds the zone, and Rondon goes down looking as the Lemurs strand 2 on for the 2nd inning in a row. And we'll go to the 3rd inning with the T-Bones leading 2-0 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network as we get things started here in the 3rd. I do have a hypothesis of who was struck in the dugout. First pitch to Jake Blackwood, anyways, is called strike. I do believe that John West, the first base coach and equipment manager in Clubby for the T-Bones, Mr. Do Everything, was the one that took the foul ball. The 0-1 to Blackwood is low. The count's not even a 1. I only say that. I could be wrong. I only say that because Josh Hodges, the T-Bones pitcher, and former Joplin first base coach, is now standing out there. Next pitch is outside to Blackwood, and he's ahead 2-1. I hope everything is fine with John West. I'm sure the trainer is doing a magnificent job taking care of him. I don't see either of them, as they may be going over each other. A 2-1 to Blackwood is chopped down the middle off the bag. Pulfer handles the funky hop and fires it over to Poso for what could have been the routine first out, but the hop off the bag made it more difficult. And sends Blackwood down with the first out. Anthony Gallus steps in now for Kansas City. Gallus popped out second base to end the first inning. First pitch to Gallus just finds the bottom half, 0-1. The 0-1 to Gallus. He lunges for it and chops it down the third baseline. He runs it out. Valera. Strong throw gets him for the very quick second out. That brings Tyler Massey to the plate. Massey singled in the second, stole second, and then came around to score the first run of the game in that 2-run second inning. He comes on now, no one on and 2 down. First pitch to Massey is a called strike below the knees, 0-1. In and out of the glove of Chavez and low. Looked like the same spot, called even now at 1. The only reason I don't think that was called a ball is because it popped out of his glove. The 1-1, Massey rolls it over and sends it foul down the first baseline. He's behind 1-2. One-two to Massey, is low in the zone, make the count now even at 2. Low again. That draws the count full. On deck for Kansas City is number 1, Starlin Rodriguez. Here comes the payoff pitch from Bywater. And it's outside, and Massey will walk, putting your T-Bones runner on with 2 down. Starlin Rodriguez comes on now. He's bunted to the third baseman on a sacrifice in the second inning that advanced Massey to third. First pitch to Rodriguez is in the dirt over the head of Chavez. Massey rounds second as Chavez just now gets to it, but retreats back as he's on in scoring position after that wild pitch from Bywater. That puts a runner in scoring position with 2 down. And on the season, Starlin Rodriguez is batting .278 with runners in scoring position and 2 down. In 18 appearances, he's picked up 6 RBIs. It's almost double better than what he's been doing with runners in scoring position in less than 2 outs. He's batting .161 with runners in scoring position. He reaches and lunges for one that's in the dirt and gets away from Chavez again, and Massey advances on another wild pitch. Second wild pitch in 2 pitches from Bywater. Make it a 1-1 count to Rodriguez and put the runner on third. The 1-1 is low, below the knees. Make it 2-1. Kansas City coming out hot with the bats today after they struggled yesterday. Still picked up 6 hits and stranded 5 on base, but were shut out 3-0 by Laredo. Laredo looking to win the series. Kansas City looking to draw the series. Rodriguez goes for one that's way out of the zone. That'll even the count now at 2. Rodriguez needs to be selective here with the 2-2 count, 2 down, and a runner on third. A 2-2. Rodriguez lunges for it and fouls it down the third baseline into Dave Schaub's box. Dog tries to make a barehanded play. Bounces out. He's trying to relive those glory days. Dave Schaub, of course, playing his college ball at Ohio Wesleyan University. The 2-2. Rodriguez fouls it into the Laredo dugout. Bounces around. Thankfully, nobody hurt. A little recap. Last inning, Jesus Poso lined a foul ball into the T-Bones dugout. And my hypothesis, well, it did strike somebody. My hypothesis is that it struck John West, as Josh Hodges is now in the first base box. John West, of course, filling in on the road for the T-Bones regular first base coach, Frank White. The 2-2 is low to Rodriguez, draws the count full. On deck for Kansas City's number 11, Vladimir Frias. Frank White does not travel with the team because he is a very busy man. No doubt in my mind about that. Politician, Hall of Fame second baseman. A payoff pitch, Rodriguez goes down swinging to end the inning. Kansas City gets a runner on. They leave him on after he advanced on two separate wild pitches. And we'll go to the home half of the third. Kansas City leading 2-0 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. We'll see the top of the order for Laredo here in the bottom of the third as the T-Bones lead 2-0. Leandro Castro will get things started. Castro's 0 for 1 after striking out swinging to get things started in the first. First pitch to Castro is outside just barely, 1-0. Castro fouls it back. He didn't want to, but now the count is even at 1. Coming into this series, Castro is riding an 18-game hitting streak, coming off the disabled list. Immediately he started that, and then that was broken on the 12th. We went 0 for 4 in that T-Bones win. Castro fouls it straight back, 1-2. And with that 18-game hitting streak, he's obviously got some impressive stats. Batting .320 with 17 runs scored, 5 home runs, and 15 RBIs in 21 games played. All starts. Here comes the 1-2 from Cooper. That's way inside at head level of Castro. He gets out of the way, and the count is now even at 2. Castro lines that into left field. That'll drop. Gillies plays it on the hop, but Leandro Castro leads things off here in the third with a single. He may be on the verge of a new hitting streak, and that would be the start of it. Cesar Valera steps in now. Valera's looked good in this series, especially today. Singling in the first, he's 1 for 1. He had a solo home run in yesterday's action that would have won the game since the T-Bones were shut out. Laredo did score 2 additional runs in the bottom of the 7th to give themselves the 3-0 victory. First pitch to Valera is fouled back. He's behind 0-1. Jordan Cooper coming on strong in this start, giving up 4 hits early in this game, but still keeping Laredo scoreless. He's also struck out 2 in his 10 batters that he's faced. Runner goes, Moore throws down, close play, and Leandro Castro's in there with a stolen base. His 3rd of the season. The throw from Moore wasn't bad, but it was an off-speed pitch from Cooper that gave Castro that split second that he needed. He also did get a good jump. Oh, 0-2 count out of Valera. Valera lines that past Wiley at second. Castro being held at third. Rodriguez with a strong arm gets it in quickly. Now it's runners on the corners with no one out. Cesar Valera picking up his 2nd hit of the game. Ty Morrison coming in now. Morrison singled in the first, but was the first out in the 5-4-3 double play that ended the first inning. First pitch to Morrison as Valera runs. He grounds about the middle. Wiley tries to get it to Frias at short. Valera slides in safely, and Castro scores. Morrison's out at first. Has the hit and run. Shows exactly why it exists. As Ty Morrison picks up the 6-3 RBI. Cutting the T-Bones lead in half. 2-1. Cesar Valera does make it into second base. After the hit and run, Brett Wiley fielded it, tried to flip it to Frias, but Valera with the hard slide gets in there, opening the door for Dennis Phipps, who's 0 for 1 after grounding into a 5-4-3 double play back in the first. First pitch from Cooper is low, 1-0. Phipps steps out to try to get the mental edge. Runner tries to go for third. Cesar Valera is tagged out at third. I'm not truly sure what went through the head of Pete Incaviglia to try to do that. Cesar Valera does have 3 stolen bases on the season, but now he's been caught 4 times. He's not always a threat to run. And with 1 down and a runner on second, you try to risk it and make the second out of the inning at third. 2-0 count to Phipps, as I'm kind of wondering why Incaviglia did that. I'm sure he has methods to his madness, but frankly, I'm not seeing it in any angle. It's Tyler Moore The strong throw gets him. 2-0 to Phipps. Ball gets past Moore. Doesn't matter anymore since Pete Akinvili decided to run for third. 3-0 count. Phipps is a guy you don't mind throwing around him. But with 2 down already, just want to go after him. And Phipps loads up and unloads on the 3-0 ball, but comes up empty, drawing the count now 3-1. He still has a pitch to play with. Cooper just needs to play it safe here and just pitch like it's a 2-2 count. 3-1. Phipps lines it to Frias at short. Frias plays it on the hop and fires it to Blackwood, as the damage could have been worse. But the Lemurs score 1 on 2 hits. They strand no one on no T-Bones errors. T-Bones still lead 2-1 through 3 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. Vladimir Frias will get things started here in the 4th inning. We'll see the 7, 8, 9 hitters, the bottom of the order for Kansas City, Frias, Moore, and Leon. Vladimir Frias comes in after picking up an RBI double in the 2nd inning as the T-Bones lead 2-1. First pitch to Frias is a breaking ball that's out of the zone, 1-0. One 1-0 to Frias is in the dirt. Make that 2-0. To Frias is outside, 3-0. If they want to put Vladimir Frias on base, I'm all for it. As he is a speed demon with 10 stolen bases on the season, which is 2nd on the team. Next pitch finds the outside half. I don't think Signs wanted to call, but he did make the count 3-1. Three and one, finds the outer half again. Frias thought it was a ball 4. He took off halfway down at first, and he'll return with the count now full. Frias takes a payoff pitch, grounds it to Rondon, who dives and fires over. Strong throw gets him. As that was a beautiful play from Alvaro Rondon. You got to tip your cap as he dove to his right, fully extended, and then throws out Frias for the first out. Tyler Moore stepping into the box now for Kansas City. Moore grounded out to shortstop in the second. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch to Moore is low, 1-0. Moore goes for a one in the low part. J.D. Pulford dives to his left. He's going to show his middle infield mate what's up as he makes a diving play to get out Tyler Moore's Laredo, splashing the leather in this inning. First out of the inning, Alvaro Rondon dives to his right, fully extended, fires to first. Then J.D. Pulford dives to his left and fires to first again. As bang-bang diving plays for the Lemurs. Sergio Leon stepping into the box now for Kansas City. Leon picked up an RBI single in the second, his first RBI of the year. First pitch to Leon is a breaking ball. It's at the ankles, but called strike. That was Leon's very first RBI of the season during his time with Kansas City and the Joplin Blasters. The 0-1. Same spot. Leon has no other choice but to swing at it if they're going to call it. He's behind 0-2. Outside the Leon, now it's 1-2. Kansas City still clinging to their 2-1 lead here in the fourth. Bywater delivers down and away. That'll even the count at 2. Pete Incaviglia is always putting an infield shift on. Jesus Pozo consistently covering the right side of the infield. J.D. Pulford practically making a home behind the second base bag. And Vieira always guarding the line on right-handed batters. Outside the Leon, and he climbs back, draws the count full after starting the at-bat 0-2. On deck for Kansas City is the top of the order, number 2, Anthony Gallus. Pardon me, not Anthony Gallus, Tyson Gillies. I think my mind is already in Joplin, where the T-Bones will head after this game to start a 3-game weekend series with the Blasters. Payoff pitch, Leon lines it out to left field. Morrison can't get to it, and he ends up finally diving for it. And he fooled me as he fully extends in 3 spectacular defensive plays by the Lemurs. Get the T-Bones out. 3 diving plays, one by Rondon, one by Pulford, and 1 diving catch by Ty Morrison. Retires the T-Bones in order, and Matt Bywater better be buying a steak dinner for his defense after this game. T-Bones still lead 2-1 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. T-Bones lead 2-1. They had opportunities last half inning, although they did go down in order, You may be wondering, you may be saying to yourself, Sam King, you're a dummy. How did they have a chance if they went down in order? Well, 3 diving plays by the Lemurs defense shut down the T-Bones. One by Rendon, one by Pulfer, and another one by Morrison's. First pitch to Zane Chavez is low, 1-0. Chavez is 0 for 1 today after flying out to left field. Chavez fouls it back. Now the count is even at 1. Chavez is 3 for 9 in this series with a run scored. He sends that pitch out to left field. Tyson Gillies tracking it, and it will go into the T-Bones bullpen and out of play. Chavez now behind 1-2. The 1-2, Chavez pops it down the right field line, and that's going to tail out of play as he stays alive 1-2. For those of you wondering, no, John West did not head back out into the first base box last half inning, and I'm looking down in the dugout and I still don't see him. A 1-2 is outside, and that'll draw the count even at 2. The 2-2, Chavez gets under it and fouls it down the left field line. We'll stay here even at 2. Jordan Cooper being forced to show all of his pitches in this at-bat to the Laredo catcher. Here comes the 2-2, and Chavez finally goes down swinging. So he was a pest that inning. But that'll be the first down as J.D. Pulfer steps in. Pulfer is 0 for 1 after grounding out to second in the second. J.D. Pulfer, the former Oregon Duck, has had Kansas City's number during this entire series. First pitch to Pulfer, he fouls it back. He's behind 0-1. Last time we were here for the previous series here in Laredo, Pulfer was used as the leadoff hitter in those 3 games and was rendered useless in that, so he couldn't find ways to get on base. And now that we're back, they have Leandro Castro, who wasn't here last time, leading off. This next pitch to Pulfer finds the zone, just laid perfectly into Moore's glove, and Pulfer's behind 0-2. And now Pulfer finding himself a regular spot, batting out of the 6 hole. Here comes the 0-2. Brings Moore out of his stance. High fastball. Now it counts 1-2. It appears that one got away from Cooper. Sometimes when it's 0-2, you throw something outside, out of the box, just to try to get the hitter to chase one. That one might have been, hey, let's take that upstairs, make Pulfer pop out just a little too high. Next pitch, Pulfer does pop up and out of play. He's still behind 1-2. Cooper comes set. Here comes the 1-2. Pulver fouls it back. Seen a lot of foul balls from the Lemurs today. And I must say, it is incredibly annoying. Well, 1-2. Pulver fouls it off, and if you can't hear the annoyance in my voice, and something's wrong with that. I'm obviously trying to make it known that I'm rather annoyed. Cooper working quickly. Pulver just being a pest. One-two, Pulver puts it into play and flies to right field where Starlin Rodriguez was waiting for it and squeezes it for the second out, finally retiring it. I'm sure I'm not the only one getting annoyed by all of these foul balls. As Jordan Cooper has now thrown 12 pitches, and they've all been in the strike zone. There's another one, first pitch strike to Drew Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 2 today, as the T-Bones doing a fine job holding him in check the past 2 games. The 0-1 is just barely outside, and that'll even the count at 1. Martinez lines that to left. Gillies looking for it. He finds it and brings it in that quick at-bat, which I love very so much. The Lemurs go down in order. T-Bones returning the favor. They still lead 2-1 as we head to the 5th. And we'll see the top of the order for Kansas City here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore, and I guess you could say Matt Folks as well. We'll see the top of the order for the T-Bones here in the 5th inning. Tyson Gillies, Brett Wiley, and Jake Blackwood all due up. Tyson Gillies steps in 2 for 2 today with 2 singles in the first and the second, as he has been what Kansas City's been looking for all year out of the leadoff hole. First pitch to Gillies finds the inner half. First pitch strike. Tyson Gillies is a member of the Canadian national baseball team, and he began his pro career with the minor league Peoria Mariners in 2007 after he was drafted in the 25th round of the 2006 draft by the Mariners. He once recorded 3 stolen bases on my birthday, August 6th, against the Arizona League Royals. Gillies rolls over and sends it down to Poso at first. Speed down the line. Bywater covers in time. And with not a lack of effort, Tyson Gillies is out for the first one as he sprinted all the way down the first base line, not once giving up on the play. Jesus Poso getting to it quickly. Matt Bywater covering in time and drawing it up perfectly. Tyson Gillies also picked up a gold medal in the 2015 Pan American Games in Toronto as part of the Canadian national team. Brett Wiley steps into the box now for the T-Bones. Brett Wiley been in check this game. First pitch strike is in there to Wiley. So he's 0 for 2. First game of the series that he's not picked up a hit in his first at bat. Next pitch to Wiley is outside, and that'll even the count now at 1. Wiley swings and misses, and now he's behind 1-2. Wiley pops straight in the air, gets stuck up in the crosswinds, and tails out of play. He's still behind 1-2. Wiley playing his college ball at Jefferson College in Missouri. He is a native of Huntington, Indiana. Left-handed batter is batting .333 with the T-Bones. Wiley fouls it off again, stays alive, 1-2. In his last 10 games, Brett Wiley is batting .528 with 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. In his last 5, he's batting .474 with 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. And, of course, he was named last week as the American Association Point Streak Player of the Week. I almost said year. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Next pitch is outside and in the dirt. That'll even the count now at 2. Wiley rolls over and sends it down the first baseline. He's running hard. Bywater covers it and lofts it to Poso for the 1-3 putout. Jake Blackwood comes on now for the T-Bones. Blackwood is 0 for 2 in this game. First pitch to Blackwood is low, 1-0. Jake Blackwood, one of the more successful T-Bones batters really of all time. In 2010, he led the Northern League in home runs with 31 RBIs, 86 runs scored, 82 hits, 141 as he sends that to center field. Martinez tracking it and brings it in before I can finish to send the T-Bones down in order. As they've been retired 6 straight, we'll head to the home half of the 5. T-Bones still leading 2-1 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. I have good news for you T-Bones fans. I've finally seen John West up and mulling around in the T-Bones dugout. He appears to be fine after he was hit by a foul ball by Jesus Poso, who's up to bat now. In the second inning, when he was in the dugout, ball came screaming in and whacked him. First pitch to Poso was low, 1-0. Poso walked during that at-bat in the second inning, his only at-bat of the game so far. Next pitch is a fastball that finds the outer half, and that'll draw the count even now. Poso rolls over and lines it to Leon. It's out of his glove. Frias bare hands it out of his glove and fires it to first. Blackwood with the splits in the stretch. It gets him as Jesus Poso sent down on the 5-6-3 putout. Ball was absolutely screaming at Leon. He got on his knees for it and it popped out of his glove. Vladimir Frias with the heads-up veteran play. Bare hands it and strong throw gets him. Alvaro Rondon steps on now for the Lemurs. First pitch to Rondon. He shows bunt. It's in there anyways as he pulls it back 0-1. Rondon struck out looking to end the second inning with 2 runners on. That stranded both of them. Rondon rolls over and pulls it to Wiley at second. Bounces off Wiley. He underhands it. Close play at first. And Rondon is called out on the 4-3 quick second out. He's not happy with it. Neither is the first base coach. But I saw it clearly. Rondon is out. He still has some words for the first base umpire. Still goes down as a second out. It's the top of the order. Leandro Castro steps in. Castro singled last time we saw him in the third, stole second, and then scored. He is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout as well. First pitch to Castro. He pops it in the air. Blackwood looking for it. It's going to stay in play. He's trying to find it in the wind. Brings it in after finding it at the last second. As the T-Bones have now retired 6 straight Laredo Lemurs. Returning the favor once again, T-Bones still clinging to their 2-1 lead after 5 complete here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Anthony Gallus will lead things off here in the fifth inning. This is Sam King taking you through the rest of this game as Nathan filling in for Nathan Moore. Gallus comes into this at-bat 0 for 2 as he struggled at the plate during the series. First pitch to Gallus is outside 1-0. I say that, but on the T-Bones 5-4 victory on the 12th, he did go 0 for 2 in that game, but he walked twice and scored both times. Gallus swings at one in the dirt and comes up empty and draws the count even at 1. Outside to Gallus as well. He's ahead 2-1. A 2-1 is popped straight back, and that'll draw the count even now to Gallus at 2. During this road trip, Gallus has struck out 3 times, but he's also walked 3 times. Like I said, he has struggled at the plate, but get ready for this young man to turn it around. He is 1 for 10 in this series with 2 runs scored. Next pitch is outside. That draws the count full. Speaking of those walks, Gallus does lead the team in that department with 26 walks. On deck for Kansas City's number 3, Tyler Massey. Here comes the payoff pitch to Gallus. And it's outside and he'll walk, putting the T-Bones on base to lead off the inning. That opens the door for Tyler Massey, who's 1 for 1 today, with a single and a stolen base in the second when he scored a run. He also walked in the third, advanced on 2 separate wild pitches, but was eventually stranded at third. First pitch to Massey. He sends out to left field. That's going to drop in shallow left field. Gallus rounds second. He's got speed, and he's in there standing at third. Tyler Massey in at second for what I'm sure they're going to call a single. Nonetheless, runners on second and third. Still no one out. Still waiting on official word. They will call it a single for Massey and advance to second on the throw. Starlin Rodriguez comes on now. Rodriguez laid down a sacrifice bunt in the second inning, then struck out swinging in the third. He is 0 for 1 today. Rodriguez finding himself back in the lineup since the first game of this series. First pitch to Rodriguez is low and outside, 1-0. Infield playing in with runners on second and third. Still no one out. Kansas City in prime position to take the lead. Outside to Rodriguez again, and he's ahead 2-0. Like I said, last time Rodriguez is up, he's much better with runners in scoring position with 2 outs than he is with no one out. The numbers only prove it, as Rodriguez is batting 161 with runners in scoring position, but 278 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, and has almost the same amount of at-bats in each scenario. Rodriguez pulls that down to third baseline, gets past Valeria. Gallos will score. Massey held up at third. That'll be runners on the corner as the T-Bones extend their lead 3-1 over the Laredo Lemurs. That'll bring up Vladimir Frias. Frias is 1 for 2, picking up a huge RBI double in the second inning. He eventually came around to score on his own, and the pitching coach for Laredo has come out of the bullpen. Not the bullpen, the dugout. And I'm going to take a break with them. Stay tuned to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Runners on the corner and no one out.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network as Vladimir Frias comes up to bat after that mound meeting from Laredo pitching coach Ben Moore. Frias is 1 for 2 today, picking up a huge RBI double in the second and then later scoring that inning on his own. He was also part of the fourth inning where 3 diving plays by the Lemurs sent the T-Bones down in order as he was the victim of an Alvaro Rondon diving play. Rodriguez back at first as Bywater throws over. First pitch to Frias, he shows bunt. Nothing happening. Chavez coming out of his stance quickly. Neither runner goes. It'll be 0-1, 1-0, pardon me. Runners must remain. The 1-0, Vladimir Frias sends it out to right field. Phipps charging. Massey running. Going to be a close play at the plate. Missed throw by Chavez. Gets by him. Rodriguez advances to second, and the T-Bones extend their lead 4-1 on the F9 sacrifice RBI from Starlin Rodriguez. His second sacrifice of the game, his first RBI. Pardon me, that is Vladimir Frias that picked up the RBI. Was way behind, but Tyler Moore comes on now with a runner on second and 1 down. Moore is 0 for 2 today, grounding out to short and second. First pitch to Moore is outside, 1-0. Nice block by Chavez, keeping Rodriguez at second. I don't know why I said nice, as that's all I wanted was for Rodriguez to advance to third. A 1-0 is way inside. Now Moore's ahead, 2-0. And 2-0, right in the sweet spot. Moore does not let the bat leave his shoulder. Now it's 2-1 at 72 miles an hour. Bywater taking his time, getting back on the mound. Rodriguez running. Moore sends it out to right field. Schaub sending Rodriguez back to second. Phipps brings it in, and Rodriguez will be forced to stay at second after just getting back. Sergio Leon steps into the box now for Kansas City. Leon is 1 for 2 today, picking up an RBI single in the second inning, and Pete Incaviglia will make his way out to the mound. It appears we're going to have a pitching change. Stay tuned to the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. Luis De La Cruz on for the Lemurs. First batter he'll face is Sergio Leon. First pitch strike in there to Leon. Leon lines out to Valera at third. Then they laid, I guess it was on the bounce, but Valera laying the tag on Rodriguez, and that'll take care of him on the 5 unassisted. So T-Bones still lead as they extend their lead actually to 4-1 as we head to the home half of the 6th here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. T-Bones extended their lead 4-1 last half inning, thanks to Anthony Gauss, Tyler Massey, both getting on base, both scoring thanks to RBI singles and sac fly RBIs from Starlin Rodriguez and Vladimir Frias, respectively. Cesar Valera leads things off now for the Lemurs. Valera's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. He was also caught stealing third base in the third. First pitch to Valera. Finds the inner half. First pitch strike from Jordan Cooper. Cooper has looked good in his start today, as he always does here in Laredo. He's gone 5 innings so far, giving up 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Next pitch is inside to Valera. We're now even at 1. The 1-1 finds the outer half, and Cooper can play with Valera now as the count is now 1-2. Expect to see that fantastic curveball from the former Indians farmhand Cooper. And here it comes. And that's what it was, but Valera sends it out to center field. Massey tracks it down and brings it in for the first out. As Jordan Cooper has now officially retired 9 straight Lemurs. Ty Morrison comes on now. Morrison is 1 blocked by Moore. Not that it matters, since there's no one on. The count is now even at 1. Left field line and out of play. Count's now 1-2. Morrison gets a hold of the 1-2 and grounds it sharply to Frias at short. Frias, with a spinning throw, pulls Blackwood off the bag. Blackwood tries to lay the tag, still misses. And Ty Morrison will reach first on what I'm sure they'll call a single here in Laredo. Either way, Dennis Phipps comes to the bag. 0-2 with a runner on first and 1 out. And they do call it an E6 for Vladimir Frias, his th error of the season. Phipps grounded into a 5-4-3 double play to end the threat in the first inning. First pitch to Phipps is on the lower half. First pitch strike, he doesn't like it. Same spot, called again. Phipps really unhappy now. Exchanging words with the home plate umpire, Gilbert Signs. He's behind 0-2. Cooper checks on the runner. Morrison at first. Morrison dives back safely. Cooper comes set with the 0-2 and fires it home. It's in the dirt, blocked by Moore. Counts now 1-2. One-two coming, and Phipps goes down swinging for the second out. That being Cooper's fifth strikeout of the game. Zane Chavez comes on now for Laredo. Chavez is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Cooper checks on Morrison. Morrison dives back safely. Cooper delivers. Chavez gets under it and pops it to center field. Massey looking for it in left center. Gillies will bring it in for the third out as Laredo gets one on an error by Vladimir Frias, but he's stranded at first. As Kansas City still leads 4-1 through 6 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. We'll see the top of the lineup here in the 7th inning. Gillies, Wiley, and Blackwood all due up. Tyson Gillies comes into this at bat 2 for 3 today with 2 singles in the first and the second. It's like a brand new ball game for the T-Bones hitters, with the top of the lineup coming up as they lead 4-1. First pitch to Gillies. He pulls it over to J.D. Pulfer on a broken bat, and Pulfer brings the bloop in for the very quick first out. Brett Wiley steps into the box. The very next thing I'm going to say is something that not many people can say about Wiley, but he is hitless in this game so far. 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. First pitch to Wiley. It's on the outer half of the zone. He takes it for a called strike. Wiley takes a pitch in the same spot, called strike. He's behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Wiley came into this game with a top 10 batting average. He fouls it off and stays alive 0-2. It's the 8th best batter from a number standpoint in the league. Harrison Kane from Wichita still having a fantastic year, batting .358. The 0-2 just high. 1-2 count now to Wiley. Outside now to Wiley, the count even at 2. Luis De La Cruz came in the 6th inning and faced Sergio Leon in line and grounded him into a fielder's choice to end the inning. De La Cruz comes into this game with an ERA of .320. He's 1-1 in the season. In 25 and a third innings pitched, 23 appearances, he struck out 21 and walked 18. And he'll hit Brett Wiley on the back. Wiley will wear it proudly and jog his way down to first, giving the T-Bones a base runner here in the 7th. This is the second appearance in this series for Luis De La Cruz. He pitched in the July 12th, 2 days ago. Kansas City victory. We had no decision on that one and threw wonderfully. In 2 innings pitched, he gave up 2 runs, 1 of those being earned, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. First pitch to Jake Blackwood as a fastball in the outer half. First pitch strike. Luis De La Cruz has the type of stuff to reach the high 90s, sometimes even 100, as I've heard from multiple people in this organization, and we did see that in his last outing. As this Laredo bullpen is absolutely crazy. It's Kansas City Royal-esque. They have 4 guys that have impeccable stuff. The 0-1 to Blackwood, he meets it perfectly and sends it to shallow right. He's on with a 1-out single. I'll advance Wiley to second for Anthony Gallus. Gallus is 0 for 2 today. He walked last time we saw him in the 6th, and it ended up coming around to score as part of that 2-run 6th. A long ball from the right-handed hitting Gallus here in Laredo with the wind starting to blow out to the in from right field. Now it's blowing out to left center. Everything's in his favor. First pitch to Gallus is low in the zone, but called strike below the knees. 0-1. Gallus rolls over on the breaking ball and grounds it to Poso. Poso sends it to short, and they'll just get Blackwood at second for the sure second out. Tyler Massey comes on now, the hottest hitter in the game for Kansas City. He is 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, a stolen base. He also walked in the third in a weird series of events, advanced on 2 wild pitches, but was ultimately stranded at third. De La Cruz will check on Gallus at first. Whiteley thought about going. He thinks better of it and returns back to third with the runners on the corner and 2 down. On the season, Tyler Massey is batting .280 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. As the first pitch strike is just outside, but called strike. You can tell by the way he reacted to that he disagreed completely. And I can see why he might have a case. The 0-1 is in the dirt and blocked by Chavez. And that block easily saved a run as Brett Wiley watched it the entire way on third. Here comes the 1-1. It's just high to Massey, and Massey is now heading the count, 2-1. Tyler Massey, a former farmhand in the Colorado Rockies organization when he was drafted in the 14th round out of Chattanooga, Tennessee in 2008. He spent last season with the AA and low A ball teams for the Rockies, going a combined 2 for 20. As he goes low for one in the zone and fouls it off his front foot, and he'll take the long walk around trying to walk it off. No doubt that Tyler Massey is a tough guy. When he was in high school, he was a standout football player. As a defensive back, he got recruited by the SEC likes of LSU, Auburn, and Vanderbilt, with Auburn and Vanderbilt both giving him scholarship offers, but he chose instead to play professional baseball after being drafted by the Rockies. De La Cruz steps off and looks at Gallus. Gallus just leans back, doesn't officially move his feet. So he may be baiting De La Cruz into throwing, hoping one gets away. Here comes a 2-2 to Massey, and Massey will go down swinging. So the T-Bones get 2 on one hit. They get 3 on one hit. They strand 2 of them and score none, as the T-Bones still lead 4-1 as we head to the home half of the 7th. We'll see the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Laredo here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. T-Bones lead 4-1 as we get set to begin the home half of the 7th. J.D. Pulfer will get things started. Pulfer is 0 for 2 today after 2 straight big games against Kansas City. On the 12th, 2 days ago, on a game just like this, as Pulfer takes his first pitch and sends it out to right field where Rodriguez is waiting for it. And we'll have to end that there for the first out. Drew Martinez will come into the box now. Martinez is 1 for 2 after singling in the second. First pitch to Martinez is called strike from Cooper. He's looked mighty fine on the mound today. The former Memphis Tiger, Drew Martinez, continues his tear this season, still batting .297 with 24 RBIs and 27 runs scored. The 0-1 is a breaking ball that fools Martinez. He comes up empty on the swing, and he's behind 0-2. Drew Martinez has won 2 American Association Championships, last year with Laredo, and then as well in 2013 with Gary South Shore. The 0-2 is just barely outside, and that draws the count now 1-2. What a great pitch from Jordan Cooper as he almost baited Martinez into swinging at that. I know I would have. The 1-2, Martinez chops it to third. Leon, strong throw, pulls Blackwood off the bag. And Blackwood tries to lay the tag but misses, and Martinez reaches on the E5. Jesus Pozo comes up now. Pozo is 0 for 1 after grounding out in the 5th. He also walked in the 2nd. First pitch to Pozo is in the dirt. He swings and comes up empty. First pitch strike again from Cooper. It's been a consistent theme all game from Jordan Cooper. First pitch strikes are the name of the game for him. He's looked hot. I know pitching coach Bill Sobey just preaches, just throw strikes, man. Jordan Cooper doing a fine job, except for on that one where it's low and the count's now even at 1. Oh, 1-1. Is at the letters and called ball. A little high. 2-1 now to Panda Pozo. Cooper checks on Martinez. He's back standing. The T-Bones will be heading to Joplin after this game to start a 3-game series. We'll be on the call tomorrow at 7:05. The T-Bones look to take on the in-state rivals, Joplin Blasters. As the fastball finds the outer half, called strike, counts now even at 2. Panda Poso not very happy with the call as he swung his bat out of the zone, well, out of the box, I guess I should say. Walked away in disgust. 2-2 count. Cooper checks on Martinez. Would have been a good time for Martinez to go, but now he's in the head of Cooper. Two-two count. Poso fouls it down the left field line, and we'll stay here with the count even at 2. The 2-2, Poso rolls it to Frias. Frias dives to his right. No throw as Poso reaches. Frias probably got his cleat stuck in the dirt. That's what it looks like as he's having a hard time getting up. He is mad at himself, slapping his glove. And John Mazzarelli will come out. It appears that the end is here for Cooper with 98 pitches. He'll come out of the game. Cooper still responsible for the runners on first and second. I'll give you his final stat line once those two batters are off base, and they'll go in depth about who is on now right after these messages from our sponsors here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Evan DeLuca on in relief for Jordan Cooper. He'll face Alvaro Rondon. First pitch to Rondon. Rondon shows bunt. Pulls it back in time, 1-0. DeLuca came on in 2 separate appearances. This is his 3rd appearance of the series for the T-Bones. On the 11th, he threw 1 perfect inning with 2 strikeouts. And on the 13th, he pitched 2/3 of an inning of relief with 1 strikeout. He's come on strong recently. Hasn't given up a run since July 5th. And a game that he still picked up the win in. 2-0 count now to Rondon. Alvaro Rondon is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Runners on first and second, both responsible to Cooper. Rondon fouls it back. He didn't want to, but still does. 2-1 count. This would be a huge out if they can get Rondon to ground into a double play with the top of the order due up next. On the season, Evan DeLuca is 1-1 with a 2.85 ERA. He has 23 appearances, which comes out to 28 1/3 innings pitched. He struck out 29 while walking 15. DeLuca checks on the runner at second and fires home. The 2-1. Rondon grounds to Frias for the start the 6-4 and 6-4 double play as the toss from Frias was low to Wiley, and Wiley's throw had to start low and ended way too low, pulling Blackwood off the bag. Rondon reaches on the fielder's choice and puts runners on the corner. It brings up Leandro Castro, the leadoff hitter for the Lemurs. Castro is 1 for 3 today with the runs scored. Did that in the 3rd inning and picked up a stolen base along the way as well. Tyler Moore comes out to set up a defensive shift. Vladimir Frias scooting back almost to shallow left field. The right-handed hitting Castro open stance is most definitely going to pull it. Rondon leaning to second. DeLuca fires. Castro fouls it off. I don't get Rondon's thinking. I mean, the way that he's set up, normally you just set up. You know how you normally set up. Rondon has his back foot, his foot closest to the bag, pointing to the second. He's leaning towards second the whole way. DeLuca being a lefty, I don't see why there's not just a quick throw over to snap him. There's no way you can come back from that stance and just immediately go back to first. Rondon flinchy over there as he thinks that's going to happen. Next pitch to Castro is high and inside. Draws the count even at 1. DeLuca comes set. Batter calls time. Right when DeLuca's throwing the ball, umpire grants it, and that's just beyond irritating. That's how you get a pitcher hurt, as Gilbert signs, giving the batter everything he wants right there. The 1-1 is high, bringing Tyler Moore out of his stance. Castro now ahead, 2-1. In the offseason, Evan DeLuca coaches at Diamond Nation. He's been coaching there since 2009, the 44th round draft pick in 2009 by the Yankees. Has his expertise in all areas of coaching. Says here that he looks up to Justin Jensen, the former Diamondbacks pitching coach. Next pitch is high, not the letters. Castro has a pitch to play with here. He's ahead 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. Castro lines it past Frias at short. 1 run will score, cutting the deficit in half, 4-2, and putting runners on first and second with 2 down. Unearned run towards Jordan Cooper after Drew Martinez reached on an error by Sergio Leon. Martinez being the one that scored. Rondon advances to second after he reached on a fielder's choice. Castro on first. Bill Selby will come out and talk to DeLuca. So they just try to get out of this inning with 2 down with the number 2 hitter and the hottest hitter for Laredo, Cesar Valera, coming up to bat. Valera is 2 for 3 today. He was also caught stealing in the third when he tried to steal third on the former Kansas State Wildcat, Tyler Moore. That was the 4th time this season Valera was caught stealing, making him 3 for 4 on the year on stolen bases. He picked up 2 yesterday, and I think that made him think that he's Billy Hamilton or Ricky Henderson. In reality, you got to know your strengths. First pitch to Valera. He checks his swing. Called strike anyways. First pitch strike. The 0-1, runners go. Moore throws down to second. Nails Castro. They call him out as Tyler Moore has now caught 2 runners stealing on the double steal. He throws to the one behind, and Leandro Castro is caught stealing to end the 7th, limiting the damage. The T-Bones still lead 4-2 through 7 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, it's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. Harold Guerrero on the mound now for Laredo. Guerrero has a fastball that can touch 100 miles an hour. The 6'5", 250 left-hander is an imposing figure on the mound. First batter he'll face is Starlin Rodriguez. First pitch strike on the outer half to Rodriguez. Last time that Kansas City was here, they saw Guerrero, and Guerrero pitched a perfect inning of relief, striking out one. Coming in today, Guerrero is 1-0 to 568 as Rodriguez grounds that sharply to Pulfer at second, and Pulfer will toss over to first for the first out. Like I was saying about Guerrero, he's 1-0 with a 5.68 ERA in 24 appearances. That comes out to 25 1/3. He's picked up a save while striking out 42 and walking 17. Vladimir Frias up to bat now. Frias is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. First pitch to Frias is high and outside, 1-0. A 1-0, Frias grounds to Rondon at short. Rondon stumbles, fires over. Frias running up, and he'll beat that out for what needs to be called an infield single. And I'll let you know what's officially ruled. But to me, that was a single all the way. Rondon, of course, stumbled, and they do call it a single. That being the second hit of the day for Frias. Tyler Moore comes on now. He's hitless today. He's 0 for 3. Guerrero checks on Frias at first. Frias just barely beats it back, but he's back safely. Guerrero throws and gets Frias out on the pickoff. John Mazzarelli coming jogging out of the dugout. We might have some fireworks here as Vladimir Frias dives back. Guerrero jumps over him. First base coach Brian Erie trying to hold back Frias. And now it's John Mazzarelli's turn. John Mazzarelli getting in. Vladimir Frias needs to back off, but he won't. Maz tapping the umpire on the chest. First base umpire Jerry Martinez telling him to calm down. Maz looks like he's calm. This is entertaining baseball here, folks. I believe Frias beat the throw back. It was a weird-looking play. Umpire doesn't look like he's budging. And Maz will return to the dugout. Vladimir Frias still out on the pickoff attempt. He's still not happy, standing at the top of the stairs. Just keeps shaking his head as Maz walks his way back. Still searching for the first pitch to Tyler Moore. Now he's up with the bases empty and 2 down. First pitch to Moore is low. He goes down for it and lines it to second base where Pulfer brings it in and throws it over for the third and final out. Kansas City still leads 4-2 through the 7.5 here in Laredo on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King filling in for Nathan Moore. We have a new pitcher in the game, and it looks like Aaron Baker. Baker has been used extensively in this series. He'll come in of relief for Evan DeLuca, who pitched 2/3 of an inning of relief, gave up a hit, and that was it. That also closes the door on Jordan Cooper's day. Cooper pitched a 6 1/3 with 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. And the score remains the same. Cooper will be on the hook for the win. First batter for Baker is Cesar Valera. First pitch strike is in there. The Belton, Missouri native Aaron Baker has seen 2 appearances on the 11th and the 12th. Picked up a loss and a win here in Laredo. The loss, he pitched 2/3 of an inning. Next pitch is a breaking ball that finds his own 0-2 to Valera. In those 2/3 of innings, he gave up a run and that was earned with 2 hits and a walk, and that walk-off loss to Laredo. Then the next day, he picked up the win in an inning of relief with 1 walk in that 5-4 extra innings Kansas City win. Next pitch is way high and inside. Valera gets out of the way. It's now 1-2 from Baker. On the season, Baker is 2-2 with a 4.26 ERA. In 24 appearances, that comes out to 25 1/3. He's picked up 2 saves with 19 strikeouts and 9 walks. Last season for Kansas City, he went 4-5 with a 2.94. In 42 appearances with 58 innings pitched, he picked up 4 saves, striking out 46 and walking 17. Valera fouls the next pitch back, and it's 1-2 still. Baker attended his college ball at the University of Central Missouri. Like I said, he is a native of Belton, Missouri. Baker did see some time in the Philadelphia Phillies organization, reaching as high as high A. Spent time in the Frontier League with Gateway. As Valera sends that out to deep left field, but Gillies will bring it in on the warning track to record the first out. That brings in Ty Morrison. Morrison has had a productive day in this day where Laredo's bats have been shut down. Morrison is 1 of 3 with an RBI. He also reached on an error in the 6th inning, but he could only reach as far as first base. First pitch from Baker gets Morrison to fly to right field. Rodriguez tracking it and brings it in for the quick second out. That'll bring up Dennis Phipps. The dangerous Lemurs hitter is held in check today. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. First pitch to Phipps. He pulls it to Leon. And Leon will fire to Blackwood for the calm, collected 5-3, 1-2-3 inning. As Kansas City's Aaron Baker comes in the 8th and shuts things down on 6 pitches. We'll head to the 9th inning. Kansas City will likely bring in Mark Haynes in this save situation. Oh, pardon me, I'm way ahead of myself. We'll head to the top of the 9th. Kansas City is looking to extend their 4-2 lead here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce costs and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Sergio Leon will get things started. We see the 9-1-2 hitter Leon, Gillies, and Wiley due up here in the top of the 9th inning. Kansas City will still see Harold Guerrero, who gave up a hit in last inning, but otherwise got out of it rather quickly, sending the T-Bones down in order. First pitch to Leon is low, 1-0. Leon is 1 for 3 today, picking up an RBI along the way. Leon fouls that off the plate. We're now even at 1. This is actually fouled off his foot. Here comes the 1-1. Leon grounds sharply to Valera at third, and third baseman grounds out to third baseman for the first out here in the ninth. Good news for you T-Bones fans. I see John West has returned to the first base coach's box after he took a line drive as he was in the dugout in the second inning. We had seen Brian Erie and Josh Hodges out there, and now John West is officially back, and it appears that he is 100%. As Tyson Gillies, the top of the order, is up. Gillies is 2 for 4 today, getting on base at a regular clip as he's led off the last 3 games. Gillies shows bunt on the first pitch, pulls it back in time, 1-0. Kansas City looking to split this series with Laredo with the win here. Next pitch is way low and way outside, but called strike. Gillies, not one to ever show any disrespect in the umpires, immediately goes, was that really a strike? Counts even at 1. Gillies swings and misses on a breaking ball that's outside. He's behind 1-2. The 1-2 is in the dirt, halfway to the home plate. We're now even at 2. Harold Guerrero has only given up a hit today, but from what I've seen here in person, he is struggling with his control. And apparently, talking to other people in the organization, that's been a problem for him since the T-Bones last saw him. Next pitch is way outside. Like beyond outside, and called strike 3. And Tyson Gillies has been tossed from the game as the batter's box was where the pitch was. The other batter's box as Gillies is going to get his money's worth here. Again, like I said, never want to show disrespect as John Mazzarelli has come out, and it's his turn to talk to Gilbert Sines. Tyson Gillies coming back for more as Dave Schaub sends him to the dugout. Early shower for Tyson Gillies. Him and Harold Guerrero sharing some words as well. Tyson Gillies obviously upset with the strike zone, and so is just about everybody. And he gets the hook and early shower for it. Brett Wiley will come in with the catcher and pitcher still on the mound. After Tyson Gillies left, he wanted to come back for some more. Might as well get your money's worth. He slams his bat on the home plate. Says, here's where the strike zone's supposed to be, not where you want it to be. And Gillies is leaving, and he's going to take the route that leads right past Gilbert Sines. He says something more to him, and he wishes Brett Wiley the best of luck and heads to the clubhouse. Laredo fans letting them know what they think. And if you know anything about Tyson Gillies, you do know that he's one of the nicer guys you'll ever meet. But don't get in the way of his performance. He starts to jog off. They halt play until he's gone. I'm never really one to disrespect an umpire either or try to call my own game, but the strike zone has been abnormally large, and on 2 strikes in that at-bat, they are both in the other batter's box and not even in the right height. The one that he struck out in was halfway in the other batter's box and way below his knees when it crossed the plate. So I can understand why he's upset. T-Bones still lead 4-2. Brett Wiley takes the next pitch and extends his hitting streak as he puts it in left field with a 2-out single, continuing his magnificent tear at the plate. Jake Blackwood coming on now as Brett Wiley just extended his hitting streak to 4 games, picking up a hit in every game of this road trip so far. Blackwood comes on now, 1 for 4 after he singled in his last at-bat. First pitch, called strike to Blackwood. You know what? You may have your own opinion on what Tyson Gillies did, and that's rightfully yours. But isn't it a wonderful thing to see some passion out of this team? They may be in last place in the Central Division. But this is a tough, hard-nosed team, and you're not going to take this away from him as that one gets away from Zane Chavez, and Brett Wiley will advance on the wild pitch, putting a runner in scoring position for the T-Bones. As they look to add some insurance runs here in the top of the 9th with 2 down. A 1-1 is high and outside, and that'll draw the lead to Blackwood, 2-1. Blackwood pops up as that one's in on his hands and sends it to Pulfer in shallow right. He'll fly out to end the inning. The T-Bones do get a hit, and they strand that runner on. They still lead 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 9th with 3 outs remaining in this game. Mark Haynes will come on and look for the save opportunity. T-Bones lead 4-2 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network, and just like I said, Mark Haynes is on to try to pick up his 11th save of the season. We do have a new order out there since Tyson Gillies was tossed out of the game in the last half inning. Dalton Wheat will go into right field and Starlin Rodriguez will go into left field. Other than that, everything is the same as Gillies was playing left. Mark Haynes already picked up his 10th save of the season earlier in this series. The former Laredo Lemur off to a fantastic season for the T-Bones. Picked up his save on the T-Bones 5-4 extra innings win when he came in and pitched an inning. Gave up a hit and struck out the next two. First batter he'll face is Zane Chavez. First pitch to Chavez is low, 1-0. Never mind, called strike. Eek, I'll take it though. This season, Haynes has an ERA of 2.38 in 21 appearances. He's picked up 10 saves in 22 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 23 while walking 13. It's a homecoming for Haynes. Next pitch, same spot, called strike, 0-2. Hometown is Sugar Land, Texas, just outside of Houston. He went to college in Houston at Rice University. And like I said, spent 3 seasons here in Laredo. Next pitch is in the dirt and blocked by Moore. Not like it matters with this being the leadoff hitter of the inning. 1-2 count. Haynes was eventually released by Laredo halfway through the season last year. He found his spot in Amarillo. In 17 appearances, had an ERA of 8.10 while striking out 11 and walking 6. His best season in Laredo came in 2013, where he went 4-2 with a 2.35 ERA. In 51 appearances, he picked up 7 saves and 53 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 61 while walking 24. Next pitch is low and outside, same pitch that Gilly struck out on. It's called a ball this time around and counts even at 2. The day is officially done for Aaron Baker. He came in and did his job, throwing a perfect inning of relief, not allowing a hit or a walk. He also didn't strike anyone out, coming in and doing his job to the best he can. Next pitch is fouled back. Will remain here even at 2. Haynes working quickly. The 2-2 is in the dirt. And a ball. A full count from Haynes now. When you watch Mark Haynes pitch, you can't help but looking at him and just immediately trying to think of like an old-timey closer. He's an old-fashioned type baseball player. I want to say he reminds me a lot of Catfish Hunter without the fantastic mustache. Both come and set. And just firing the ball home. Or I could see maybe more of a Trevor Hoffman with the sided delivery as Chavez fouls it back. Will remain full here. I think Trevor Hoffman is a way more inept comparison to how they both deliver. As nobody other than Mariano Rivera will reach the level that Trevor Hoffman did as a closer with the San Diego Padres. Here comes the payoff pitch from Haynes once again, and Chavez once again fouls it back. They're trying to tell the crowd to make some noise here. Relatively small crowd as they've yet to cut 1,000 in this 4-game series. Looks about the same tonight. Probably come out to about 500 being the final number. Full count. Chavez grounds to Wiley. Wiley ranges to his right. Throws to Blackwood. Perfect throw. Gets Chavez out for the first out. 2 more outs to go for the T-Bones. J.D. Pulfer coming on now for Laredo. Pulfer is 0 for 3 today with a ground out and 2 flyouts to right field. Pulfer steps in. And Haynes comes set. First pitch from Haynes. It's a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Haynes taking his time, and rightfully so, in a safe situation. Pulfer in on his hands. Lines it down the right field line, just foul as it tailed at the last second. It'll be 1-1. Haynes comes set once again. The Texan fires home. Perfect fastball right down the middle, called strike 1-2 to Pulfer. Kansas City can get these next 2 outs without any sort of damage. They will split this series with Laredo. They were on a 5-game series winning streak before this. That comes to an end after last night's shutout loss. They can still pick up the split and not lose the series, though. The 1-2, Pulfer sends to center field. Massey charging. He'll let it drop, and Pulfer's on with a 1-out single. And Drew Martinez steps in now. Martinez has had a productive day out of the 7-hole, going 1 for 3 with a run scored. And the scary thing is, with the T-Bones leading 4-2, one swing can tie it. I don't like Drew Martinez's odds. The left-handed batter here in Laredo, nothing ever goes out in right field here. He's not relatively a big guy either. He also does not have a home run this season. First pitch is outside to Martinez, 1-0. Some may knock Tyler Massey for not diving for the ball in center field. I mean, it would have been a tough play regardless. But usually the center fielder, that's the guy you want to have in the layout too, because he has the corner outfielders backing him up, especially here in Laredo, where right field is pretty much right center. But still playing it safe, not letting him get by him, especially with J.D. Pulfer showing some speed in the last time Kansas City was here. Here comes a 1-0 from Haynes, but he checks on the runner instead. Pulfer's back standing. Score remains the same. Jordan Cooper will pick up the win. Aaron Baker and Evan DeLuca will pick up the holds, while Danny Moskowitz would take the loss. Martinez in on his hands. It jams him, but he sends it foul down the third baseline. The count's now even at 1. One from Haynes as he comes set. Checks on the runner, fires home. Martinez lines that over Leon's head at third. Rodriguez cutting it off. It'll be runners on first and second now for Jesus Pozo. Jesus Pozo is the one to watch out as he can end it now with 1 out. With the tying run on first base. Pozo has 5 home runs on the season. Good news for T-Bones fans is that only one of those home runs has come at home. He also is at a disadvantage, being a right-handed batter, the right-handed pitcher Mark Haynes. First pitch to Poso is at the letters and misses, I guess, 1-0. One out to Poso. Same spot, called strike this time around. Counts even at 1. Haynes tries to get Pulfer snoozing on second. Pulfer's back in time. Laredo does have a knack for the dramatic with their walk-off victories. Poso gets jammed and fouls it into the sweets. 1-2 count to Poso. A strikeout would be huge here as Alvaro Rondon is on deck. Rondon doesn't have the power capabilities either. Poso does. That's what makes him dangerous. Double play depth for the infield. Leon guarding the line. Haynes comes set, takes his time, and steps off. Crowd celebrates, thinking they got in his head, but really all he did was just freeze the runners. Haynes comes set again, takes his time, fires home with a 1-2 to Poso. His high, sweet chin music and puts Poso on his back. And the count is now even at 2. Poso might have shown a flair for the dramatic right there, flailing on the ground. I don't think it came as close as he thought. Count is even at 2. With 1 out, runners on first and second. T-Bones leading 4-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. Poso goes low for it, pops it in the air. Haynes says he snags it. Umpire calls it foul. Aaron Baker popping out of the dugout. He's not happy. Neither is Anthony Gallus, as I can't see where that hit the ground. That needs to be the second out. And I know I'm not in the minority here. The Laredo fans know they got away with one. Haynes not happy, threw it to third. As Laredo gets another chance here. This is ridiculous. Gilbert Signs not helping either team today. Here comes a 2-2 from Haynes that shouldn't exist. Poso pops it in the air. Does he think that one fouled off? Does it go straight in the air? All 3 T-Bones looking for it. Haynes, Moore, and Blackwood. And it hits the ground, and John Mazzarelli is coming out of the dugout. And he's not happy because he's saying there should already be 2 outs. Third time that he's been forced to come out and talk to Gilbert Signs. Maz also thinks that Poso popped out of the batter's box and got in the way of Tyler Moore. All 3 umpires will converge and talk about it. Poso's gotten away with one here. Maz will be talked to by signs, and they're saying they didn't see anything. Again, this is ridiculous. Everybody saw that. Maz not get happy with the explanation that he's getting. He'll just walk back and shake his head. Not very often that a manager will have to come out 3 times to stand up for his team, especially here in the bottom of the 9th. This is getting ridiculous. 2-2 to Poso. Huge moment in this game. Laredo has gotten away with 2 straight plays. A foul ball that popped in the air that Haynes caught. They said hit the ground. It most definitely did not. Should have been a 2-out. And then on this previous one, 3 T-Bones were looking for it. Poso blocked Tyler Moore, who had the best eyesight, line of sight of the ball. And he gets away with it again. I'd like to see what else he can get away with here. John Mazzarelli, being a former catcher, knows exactly what Poso does and pops out of the dugout as fast as possible. 2-2 to Poso. Haynes delivers. And Poso goes down swinging, and rightfully so, for the 2nd out. That brings up Alvaro Rondon with runners on 1st and 2nd and 2 down. Rondon is 0 for 3 today. He did reach on a fielder's choice in the 7th, but could only get as far as 2nd. On the season, Rondon is batting .280 with runners in scoring position and 2 down, with 5 RBIs along the way and 25 chances. First pitch to Rondon is letter high, called ball, 1-0. Mark Haynes picks up the rosin bag and throws it down. More of a spike, actually, onto the mound. One 0 to Rondon as Haynes comes set and fires. It's low, 2-0 now. Dave Schaub adjusting his outfielders, bringing Starlin Rodriguez in on left field. T-Bones infield playing at regular depth, just guarding the lines. Rondon goes swinging for one in the dirt, comes up empty, 2-1 now. Haynes looking to pick up his 11th save here with 2 down and runners on 1st and 2nd in the bottom of the 9th. Low from Haynes. Below the knees, 3-1. Three and 1 to Rondon with runners on 1st and 2nd. Haynes checks on the runner, fires home. Rondon puts it in the air, and it tails out of play and draws the count full. On deck for Laredo is the top of the order, Leandro Castro. Haynes gets set to throw the payoff pitch, and the ever and so important with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Tying run on 1st. Haynes checks on Pulfer at second. Fires home, runners go. Rondon fouls it back, and we'll do it again. Kansas City looking to pick up their 24th win of the season. Trying to regain some traction against Lincoln, who's in first place in the Central Division. But Lincoln helping their own case as they're currently on a 7-game winning streak. T-Bones will head to Joplin after this game to start a 3-game series with the Blasters. Full count, payoff pitch, Rondon sends to left field, and tails foul. And we'll do it again with a full count. Haynes gets the sign that he wants for more. His pitch count way up there at 29 pitches. Here comes the 30th. Payoff pitch for Rondon. Rondon fouls it off into the T-Bones dugout. Hopefully nobody was hit this time. In the second inning, there was one that was lined in the T-Bones dugout. And it made contact with John West. I'm not sure where. I don't have any details yet. All I know is that he is fine, as he did go to the first base coach's box in the top of the ninth. Other than that, since the first inning, well, second inning actually, T-Bones players Josh Hodges and Brian Erie kept the line moving. Full count as Haynes comes set, throw the 31st pitch of his appearance. Checks on the runner, looks home, fires home. Rondon gets just enough of it to foul it off. Sure, Martinez and Pulfer are tired of getting their workout today. They've had to take off running on this full count 2-out time. Dalton Wheat finding some debris in right field and runs it over to a man on the grass berm. He's back, so we start this at bat. Or look to finish this at bat, I should say. Payoff pitch from Haynes on its way. And Rondon goes down swinging as Haynes finally gets him out, and the T-Bones pick up their 24th win. Mark Haynes pumped up, and rightfully so, as the T-Bones win a heated contest, their 24th win of the season. We'll be right back to these messages from our sponsors with a full post-game report here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. The T-Bones win and split the series with the Lemurs, which is not an easy thing to do here in Laredo as they win the final game 4-2. Picking up the win for Kansas City is Jordan Cooper, improving his record to 3-2 on the season. He came in and pitched immaculate, 6 1/3, even with 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, while walking 1 and striking out 4. Evan DeLuca and Aaron Baker pick up the holds. DeLuca pitched 2/3, giving a hit. Aaron Baker pitched an inning, didn't record a stat. Mark Haynes came in and pitched his 11th save of the season. pitching 1 inning, giving up 2 hits, and striking out 2 in a heated contest that saw Tyson Gillies get ejected. And a lot of visits from Mazzarelli to Gilbert Sainz. I'm not sure what he was doing out there. Taking the loss for Laredo is Danny Moskovich, dropping his record to 2-4. He was chased out of the game early, pitching an inning and 2/3, giving up 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Kansas City will immediately hit the road after this game, which is why I'm going to keep this short to head to Joplin. Be an 11-hour trip that I'm so looking forward to as they take a 3-game series against the Blasters. Joplin just ended a 4-game series against Wichita. At Wichita, that's never an easy place to play, as I'm sure the Laredo Lemurs were keeping a close eye on that. Elsewhere around the league, Gary took the 7-3 win over the Central Division Fargo-Moorhead in 13 innings. Joplin won the series finale 3-2 over the Wingnuts. Sioux City played at Winnipeg. Winnipeg won that matchup 6-4. And then Sioux Falls played at St. Paul, and St. Paul won that matchup 8-1. Again, the T-Bones improved their record to 24-29 on the season, splitting this series with Laredo. Laredo drops their overall record to 31-23 as the T-Bones win 4-2. T-Bones and Lemurs split this series. Lemurs winning the first and third matchup. T-Bones winning the second and fourth. There was a lot of action in these 4 games. One being a walk-off, one being a pitcher's duel, one being extra innings, and one being a shutout. Expect more of this T-Bones action all year as this team has come on hot, as they are now 6-4 in their last 10. Be on the call tomorrow in Joplin at 7:05. Again, that time is 7:05 against Joplin. And that'll be me, Sam King, on the call for that. You'll have to deal with me for one more series. And the T-Bones will head to Lincoln to start a 3-game series next Tuesday. You'll have Nathan Moore for that, and I'm sure a lot of you are saying, woo, I'm getting tired of this guy. But anyways, this is Sam King signing off, telling you to stay safe out there, and thank you for listening.
This game on the T-Bones Broadcast Network was brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Tune in online all season to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Click on the Watch Live or Listen Live buttons at tbonesbaseball.com. T-Bones Baseball, that's fun. Well done.